We have come to the mountain Zion, the city of peace, the residence of living God, and to the festive assembly of thousands of angels. We are taking part in a joint celebration with heavenly Ekklesia, the congregation of firstborn, whose name has been written in the heavens, and to God, the judge of all, the spirits of the righteous who have perfected, and to mediator of a new covenant, the Yeshua, and to the sprinkled blood that sanctions humankind's innocence, and to the language that speaks a better message that Abel's. No, second. We have come to the Mount Zion, the city of peace, the residence of living God, and to the festive assemblies of thousands of angels. We are taking part in a joint celebration with heavenly Ekklesia, the congregation of firstborn, whose names have been written in the heavens, and to the God, the judge of all, and the spirits of the righteous who has perfected, and to the mediator of new covenant, the Yeshua, and to sprinkle the blood that sanctioned humankind innocence, and to the language that speaks a better message that Abel's. Amen.
Okay. Yeah, Sunil.
Yes, right.
We have come to Mount Zion, the city of peace, the residence of the living God, and to the festive assembly of thousands of angels. We are taking part in a joint celebration with heavenly Ekklesia, the congregation of firstborn, whose names have been written in the heavens, and to God, the judge of all, and the spirits of the righteous who are perfected, and to the mediator of a new covenant, the Yeshua, and to sprinkle blood that sanctions humankind's innocence, and to the language that speaks a better message than Abel's. We have come to Mount Zion, the city of peace, the city of peace, the residence of the living God, and to the festive assembly of thousands of angels. We are taking part in a joint celebration with heavenly Ekklesia, the congregation of firstborn, whose names have been written in the heavens, and to God, the judge of all, and the spirits of the righteous who have perfected, and to the mediator of a new covenant, the Yeshua, and to sprinkle blood that sanctions humankind's innocence, and to the language that speaks a better message than Abel's.
Lita?
We have come to Mount Zion, the city of peace, the residence of the living God, and to the festive assembly of thousands of angels. We are taking part in a joint celebration with heavenly Ekklesia, the congregation of the firstborn, whose names have been written in the heavens, and to God, the judge of all, and the spirits of the righteous who have been perfected, and to the mediator of the new covenant, the Yeshua, and to the sprinkling blood that sanctions humankind's innocence, to be the language that speaks a better message than Abel's. We have come to Mount Zion, the city of peace, the residence of the living God, and to the festive assembly of thousands of angels. We are partaking in the joint celebration with heavenly Ekklesia, the congregation of firstborn, whose names have been written in the heavens, and to God, the judge of all, the spirit of the righteous who have been perfected, and to the mediator of the new covenant, Yeshua, and to the sprinkled blood that sanctions humankind's innocence, and to the language that speaks better message than Abel's. Amen.
Thomas.
We have come to the Mount Zion, the city of peace, the residence of the living God, and the festive assembly of thousands of angels. We are taking part in a joint celebration with heavenly Ekklesia, the congregation of the firstborn, whose names have been written in the heavens, and to God the judge of all, and spirits of the righteous who have perfected, and to the mediator of a new covenant, the Yeshua, and to sprinkle blood that sanctions humankind's innocence, and to the language that speaks a better message than Abel's. We have come to Mount Zion, the city of peace, the residence of the living God, and to the festive assembly of thousands of angels. We are taking part in a joint celebration with heavenly Ekklesia, the congregation of the firstborn, whose names have been written in the heavens, and to God, the judge of all, and spirits of the righteous who have perfected, and to the mediator of a new covenant, the Yeshua, and to sprinkle blood that sanctions humankind's innocence, and to the language that speaks a better message than Abel's.
Molly.
We have come to Mount Zion, the city of peace, the residence of the living God, and to the festive assembly of thousands of angels. We are taking part in a joint celebration with heavenly Ekklesia, the congregation of firstborn, whose names have been written in the heavens, and to God, the judge of all, the spirits of the righteous who have perfected, and to the mediator of a new covenant, the Yeshua, and to sprinkle blood that sanctions humankind's innocence, and to the language that speaks a better message than Abel's. We have come to Mount Zion, the city of peace, the residence of the living God, and to the festive assembly of thousands of angels. We are taking part in a joint celebration with heavenly Ekklesia, the congregation of firstborn, whose names have been written in the heavens, and to God, the judge of all, the spirits of the righteous who have perfected, and to the mediator of a new covenant, the Yeshua, and to sprinkle blood that sanctions humankind's innocence, and to the language that speaks a better message than Abel's.
We have come to Mount Zion, the city of peace, the residence of the living God, and to the festive assembly of thousands of angels. We are taking part in a joint celebration with heavenly Ekklesia, the congregation of firstborn, whose names have been written in the heavens, and to God, the judge of all, and spirits of the righteous who are perfected to the mediator of a new covenant, the Yeshua, and to sprinkle blood that sanctions humankind's innocence, and to the language that speaks better message than the Abel's. We have come to Mount Zion, the city of peace, the residence of the living God, and to the festive assembly of thousands of angels. We are taking part in a joint celebration with heavenly Ekklesia, the congregation of firstborn, whose names have been written in the heavens, and to God, the judge of all, and to spirits of the righteous who are perfected, and to the mediator of a new covenant, the Yeshua, and to sprinkle blood that sanctions humankind's innocence, and to the language that speaks better message than the Abel's. So guys, as we engage heavenly Ekklesia, you are free to engage, you are free to be observer, you are free whatever you feel, because as we meditated, it's a place where there is no corruption, okay? And it says that God, the judge of all, our judgment always according to a heart condition, but God is a perfect. So when he judges according to who he is. So the place is the perfect place. Okay, the language is better, and the Yeshua, everything is perfect there. Okay, so in our ecclesia, earthly ecclesia, we are progressing toward perfection. There may be many things within us, but in there the motive is very pure. Okay, because the language is better. It's a language of Yeshua. It's a language of Father. So let's engage. Father, we, as your sons and daughters, Father, we come and attend the heavenly ecclesia, Father. It is our daddy's house. We are in a place, it looks like Colosseum, and it has a stage. And the first time I'm seeing there are animals also there. Which we have to ponder, because in our meetings we'll never allow animals. But in heavenly ecclesia, I see there are creatures looking like a peacock. There are creatures looking like a giraffe. And I see the portal is opened and many from different dimensions are coming there. And I see there is something distributed there, and that seems like a water, but it's a different subject. I mean, different matter it is. And what I heard is that drink gives us or brings us alignment with the Father's desire of goodness of the Father. Okay, just partake of the drink that they are giving you. And there is a crown kind of, it's not a crown, it's a cap, okay? So that is being distributed, received. And there are books also represent, distributing there. I see many of the people who are sitting there having the books. So you can also have one book. The book is Book of Life. And this book is a little different because the letters from the book will come and speak to you, and you can see, I mean, it's an interactive book. And this book is also a mandate, your mandate. In other words, you can call it in a scroll. What Father is saying is learn to see. saying, open your eyes. The brightness of God sometimes will not allow us to see, but He's saying, dare to open your eyes. Father, strengthen us. Give us that ability to see your face and live. I see Father having a different cap than us. The cap itself declares your mandate or your glory. So the glory that we carry is different than the Father that He carries the glory. In one place, Jesus says, Father is greater than Son. And I see the slow dance. It's not a dance that you can stand and you can dance. Sometimes worship people dance. They're moving their body and feet one step that side, one step this side, left side, right side. I see Jesus dancing like that. An entire congregation goes and they also dance it. It's the joy of His presence. There's a fullness of joy in His presence, the Father's presence, the presence of Jesus, the presence of you, me, and one another. Jesus saying to the congregation, we have never left you. You are always with us. We are always one. He's saying the serpent schemed to divide us. But He's saying our love is greater than any separation, any division. He's saying we will do anything and everything to be united. And I think it's a message for us. No matter what happens, we need to do anything and everything to be united with one another. Nothing on this earth should separate from one another. Jesus saying, I kept all of you in my nest. I am the tree of life, but I kept all of you in my nest. I'm continuously taking care of you. Like a hen that protects the chicks, I'm continuously protecting you. And as Jesus spoke that, I saw Father raising His hand, and Father is saying, Amen. And I see, those words of Jesus coming and penetrating in our subconscious, where many of the times we might have thought, no one is there, I'm alone, I'm left behind, no one cares, people rejected me, I failed. And these words of Jesus coming to our conscience and giving us an assurance and approval that He looks over us. Jesus saying, beloved, open your eyes. I see the heavenly congregation. They are like not embracing, but they are coming closer with the shoulder to shoulders and touching their heads. They are kind of making an arc. And I see the glory of Father is passing through that arc. He's saying, I am with you whenever two are agreed. When you agree, nothing is impossible. I see there is something like a cross, but it's not actually a cross, it's a perfect square. It's like a plus, the medical sign. And that kind of thing is given to the congregation. So it denotes that, our will and Father's will, or a heaven's desire, is in the same proportion. I mean, heaven does not ask more than you give. Heaven does not impose more than you take. So God gives you, as He said, Jesus said, those who want to follow me, take up the cross, deny yourself and take up the cross. So the denial will be equal to the acceptance of God. In normal cross, it is one leg is small and another is longer. But in heaven, it is not, it's equal. So Jesus is saying once again to us, deny yourself, take up the cross, and be a glory of Father. And He's once again saying, read the book of life. So as He says, read the book of life, as He says, open the eyes. That means we have access to the tree of life, the book of life, and your eyes will be open to see and understand what is there. Engage the library or engage this Ekklesia and come and read that book. Father is saying, my love is thick. My love is concentrated. The love will not leave you nor forsake you. It's not just liquid love, but it is a thick liquid love. Father, we receive your love, Father. Father, we receive your love into our spirit, into our body, into our soul. The liquid, thick liquid love, Father. We receive, Father, we lack love to give it to others. Father, receive this love. receive this love. Father is saying, to the extent you receive this love, your world will be to the extent you receive. That means our sphere of influence is to the extent we receive this love from God. Here we are, Father, we're positioned to receive your love. I see as we are receiving this love, our eyes are becoming bigger. Our eyeballs, the pupil, everything is becoming bigger. Our sphere is going to change as we drink. If we don't have this love, then our sphere is small. I, myself, my family, my children, my husband, my wife, my sister, my brother. But as you drink, your world will expand. Father, today, as we are partaking this love, the liquid love, the thick liquid love, Father, we receive the creatures, the animals as part of our family, Father. We, on the both hands, Father, we embrace them as a part of our life, part of our family. Father, let there be a peace between us and the animals. Let there be no dread, Father, either side. I see heaven is weeping as the love is touching, as the liquid is touching, people's emotions are being burst. They're crying. Father is saying, as you have this love, the mountains will become wax before you. The trees will give away. Father, we release this love as we receive the release, Father. As we receive the release. As we receive the release. Father, let this love, the liquid, thick liquid love, transform our language, Father, what we speak. Transform how we judge, Father. Let this love, the liquid, thick liquid love, make us peace. I see entire congregation is on the floor as the liquid, thick liquid love of Father is pouring. They are weeping on the floor. And I see this thick liquid, it's like a gold, but again transparent. What we receive, we're saying to the extent you receive, see, your sphere will increase. So there is no cap. What you can, there is no competition. Drink more, have more. Father, expand our soul, expand our spirits, expand our body, so that we can receive the fullness of you, nothing less, Father, nothing less. Father, as we are earth dwellers, Father, let this liquid, thick liquid, golden love invade our lives, Father. Let this love set our houses in order, our lives in order, our provisions in order, Father, for the people around us in order, our health in order, Father, our habits in order. Thy Spirit to speak. I see this, the golden, thick liquid love that is coming from the Father is creating a way before us, creating a plain path before us. All crooked ways have become plain. Father is saying it is continual supply. Your cisterns will never run dry. It will continuously be fruitful, flowing with this liquid love.
Thank you, Father. We receive, Father. We receive your love, the unconditional, Father, with the open heart, Lord. From our crown of our head to soles of our feet, Father, we receive this liquid love, Father. Agape, the selfless love, Father. Thank you, Father. Thank you, Father. This love is flowing through us, in us, through us, Lord, as we receive freely, and we release in our sphere of influence. We give freely, receive freely.
This love is growing very stronger and stronger. Master,
Thank you, Father.
So initially what we received as a water, the desire of the Father is actually upper water. The more we drink upper water, we will be prepared to receive this love, because Not everyone can handle this liquid love, the thick liquid love that Father is pouring upon. I see something like coins, but it's a big coins that the heavenly Ekklesia is collecting. मैं तो सोचा offering इधर ही उधर is it offering? What is it, Father? This coin is what we are. Okay, in a nutshell, who we are. So they are presenting themselves to the cause, the intent of the Father. So give ourselves, take out the coin within you. What do we give ourselves, Father? Everything. The coin is everything who you are. And I see a big leather case where all these coins are poured. And that leather coin has become Father's heart. And now I see the heart of the Father has become converted as a wall. And there are many holes in the wall. And there are many, have you seen in Jerusalem people go and put papers, or they write something and put papers in the hole of the wall? It's similar, but it's more decorative and more organized. So just go and take one paper for you. As you've given yourself, Father is giving you something which is personal. Receive that paper and read for yourself. If you cannot read it, eat it. Put in your belly. I see what is given to me and what is does. Okay, I'm not going to say, because then it will put a cap on what God is giving you, what it enables you. So I want you to engage yourself and find it out. In a nutshell, it gives us ability to be, what we are should represent God. If we are His son, then there will be a behavior pattern, how you behave with one another and also with the creation, how you speak, how you live your life. That's ability Father is giving, because our lifestyle has to be a glory. And this you don't need to discipline yourself, because Father has mandated you to be like that. And as you eat that paper, the gift from the Father, it enables you to be who you are, who you're supposed to be. The fear will vanish. The perfect love cast out all fear. As we drank and received the golden thick liquid love, the fear will go. because it's the papers, that verdict or a gift that Father is giving is going to be unique for each one of us. So engage with it. Ask Father what it is. Then be who you are. You don't need to copy anyone. You don't need to follow anyone. You are with Jesus. We are all, as brothers and sisters, following Father. I see Father's love, the overwhelmed love, as a new mother will pour out her love for a small child when the child is drinking milk. Father is pouring out love. In that instance, when mother is feeding child milk, there will be a complete protection. No one can disturb. Mother is completely concentrated to supply the need and take care of it. That is the love Father has towards us. This gives us this is portraying of jealous God. He is so jealous to make you, shape you, protect you. He's saying, the gift that I'm giving you will enable you to be a sojourner, because many of us cling to many things. Okay, it differs from person to person. But Father is saying, in the midst of it, my love will come and set you free from all the entanglements that you created, you're holding on to by thinking this is what you are. But this liquid love, the thick golden liquid love, and the mandate, a gift that is coming from the Father, will help us to be sojourner. We know our house is not where we are living. Our house is our Father's house, Daddy's residence, a perfect city, a peaceful city, a perfect people, peaceful people, a perfect language, peaceful language, a perfect judgment, and a peaceful judgment. That should, this place should crave us so much that we leave everything and look for that city, as Abraham left everything that he has and went on to search for the city. I believe this liquid love touched Abraham. He received this love and he went after this love to find out the city not made by hands of man, city made by God. Father, thank you for giving us this access to the city. Thank you, Father. We love you, Father. We love you. We love you. Guys, free to speak. Father, we continuously engage this place, Father. So, guys, you want to say anything? Otherwise, I'll just stop recording.